medication can be a big problem in bipolar disorder. The normal times to stop are right after college, when the person is on a quest to be independent from every influence in their life. Also during a midlife crisis. Kids generally don't like to take meds, so there's often a bit of struggle in getting that pattern regular. Stopping medication can be very harmful for both the person suffering from bipolar disorder and anyone around them. The best ways to combat this first of all, to make sure you have someone to help you make sure you take your medications, and B, to change the way that medications are viewed. Instead of thinking of it as changing who you are or limiting you or sedating you, thinking of it as rather letting you be who you truly are, stabilizing your brain and bringing it back to a normal balance so you can be the person that you actually are. Now for the future of bipolar disorder. So scientists hope many years from now to be able to use neuroimaging for bipolar disorder. Here we can see the scan of a healthy brain, a schizophrenic brain, and a bipolar brain. And while they do look different from each other, there's not a large enough difference for scientists to be able to look at a brain and say this person has bipolar disorder. Many years from now, they do hope to be able to look at that disorder and recognize whether or not they need bipolar, so they can treat it right away and get them the right medications. They also hope to be able to look at the genetics of bipolar disorder and identify who is at high risk. This will enable scientists to start interventive therapy for those and explain what might happen later on in their life and just sort of educate them about what their genes mean. There is more to fix, however, than just the therapeutic and medical sides of bipolar disorder. There is a huge stigma attached to bipolar disorder. I'm sure everyone in this room has once heard that a bipolar person is crazy or out of control. And this is incredibly untrue. The world believes that a pill for your body is fine, but a pill for your brain is scary. And this is very sad because children are taught to hide this side of themselves from the world. So they are combating an incredibly difficult, incredibly confusing, incredibly frustrating disorder and hiding it from any influence in their life that could be a potential support. So instead of hiding, children should be able to feel supported. Just like any other child suffering from any other medical illness, they should come into an open, warm community ready to help them with this chapter of their lives. The added burden of hiding an already difficult disorder is a tragedy of our society, and I hope with this presentation to be able to introduce you to the realities of what bipolar disorder means so that it can start to become a topic of discussion, and my hope is that many years in the future, a child with bipolar disorder can come into their classroom, and that people will understand what it means if they choose to disclose what they have and support them in what they are going through. Progress needs to be made in more than just the medical and therapeutic aspects of bipolar disorder. We need to support the children suffering in silence by changing the stigma attached to bipolar disorder. Thank you.